extra time.
6 of the Indian regular players of the Test team are not taking part in the Kanpur Test at least. Does that make New Zealand favourites to win?
No, I don't think we're favourites. I think one of the big strengths of Indian cricket in any format is their depth, and we've seen that in a lot of ways over the years. And their knowledge, of their own conditions, is something that is quite unique for touring teams as well. So we know the challenge is a big one, and for us, it's focusing on our cricket, on how we want to adapt, and try and do those basics as well as we can, and certainly not get too far ahead of ourselves. But like I say, the challenge is a big one, and we're excited to take that on.
इससे समझाओ।
विन ग्रिप टेक्नोलॉजी कुछ इस तरह सीमेंट को ग्रिप करता है, बिल्कुल टाइट।
SRMB TMT चैंपियंस की पसंद।
Idea of how the test preparation has been leading into the series against India.
Yeah, I mean it's been reasonably good. The guys have been travelling around with the T20 side to the various venues, but have been able to get some practice in on those game days. And then obviously we've had a couple, or one so far, but another training this afternoon at the venue that we're playing at. So, all the test players are excited to be back together, and they've been trying to make the most of their preparation.
And just on the ground and conditions here in Kanpur, what you've sort of noticed so far, and what are you expecting for the first test?
Yeah, I'm sure throughout the whole series, the spin component will be a definite factor, and I'm sure it's no different here at Kanpur. I think we might have been the last test match that was played here back in 2016, but things have changed a little bit. So the pitch and things, it's been some time, so it'll be about assessing those conditions as quickly as possible, and trying to make those adjustments as a side quickly.
And just lastly from me, before I pass it over to the journalists, you did mention your first time the Test squad's been back together since the first cycle and winning the World Test Championships. I suppose in that sense, is it exciting to begin the second cycle of the World Test Championship?
Yeah, and getting back into Test cricket as well is always something special, and having that gap, certainly for the guys that just play the Test format, it's been some time, so they're really excited to be back in the camp. And yeah, it's been a while since that final, which was a special memory, but we know we're here against a very strong side, and they're formidable, particularly in their own conditions as well. So the challenge is a big one, but one that the team are looking forward to taking on.
On a wicket that is helping out spinners, is it difficult to handle the ball which is coming, or which comes straight to you?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, on some of these surfaces and the condition of the ball, whether it's new or old, are definitely big factors. And I guess that's one of the challenges here, is when you see the ball spin in such a big way, and then the next one goes straight. It's trying to come up with a game plan to accommodate that as well as you can, whilst looking to score. So, obviously a number of teams have come here in the past and faced similar challenges. So, there's the expectation that it'll be not too different, and there'll be a large spin component throughout this series. So, yeah, guys have been trying to prepare as well as they can, and they are looking forward to that challenge.
What are the kind of spinners you're looking at? Ajaz Patel, Santner, there's Will Somerville, and what will be Neil Wagner's role in this kind of a track where probably there isn't that much of an even bounce? So what kind of a role do you see for Neil Wagner in these conditions?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're still yet to practice and see the wicket day out from the game. So we'll finalise our side and all their roles. But yeah, the spin factor is going to be there, and someone like Ajaz and Will Somerville have been a big part of our bowling attack, particularly in these conditions. So there'll be an important role for us in the seam bowling as well over here, if there is some reverse swing. and trying to come up with perhaps some creative ways to take wickets is important as well. So there's definitely a role for seamers and spinners. And for us, it's just that excitement of getting back into Test cricket mode as well, and looking to play our way, and those sorts of things that are important to us as a team. But at the same time, making those adjustments which are required when the conditions change so much.
That as a batting group, what have the targets have been set by you as a batting group in doing this test series? Because last time when you guys played a test series here, Ashwin and Jadeja had left you people in the spin. Like, what are the targets? I mean, we know the strength in the Indian spin bowlers, and they've been fantastic for a long period of time. And for us, it's looking to come up with different methods, and ways to look to score and try and be effective, and try and build those partnerships that are important. And every player is different, so I guess their way will be slightly different from one another, but no doubt a lot of thoughts been going in to try and prepare as well as we can for some of the challenges that we know we're going to face.
Indian top order has struggled of late against left-arm seamers. So in Trent Bolt's absence, do you think it is the perfect chance to hand the new ball to Neil Wagner?
Same sort of thing. I guess everybody's looking at different ways to be effective, whether it's the new ball for a seamer or a spinner, in terms of their role. And like you mentioned, the Indian side has a few new players perhaps from their last series. So there's a few different factors to take into account. And for us, it's trying to be as well prepared as we can to take that challenge on, and as a bowling attack, trying to be as effective as we can.
I just have a follow-up. Do you think visiting teams sometimes pick a team outside of their strength, looking at spinning tracks, and end up playing to India's strength, which is not playing as many fast bowlers as you would like?
I suppose it's always important to adapt and adjust, look at the sort of resource that you have and what might be most effective. And those are decisions you try and make, wherever you are in the world. And as we've seen in this part of the world in particular, the spin component has been fairly large and been a big threat in terms of changing the game. So, I'm sure both sides will be aware of that and looking to play, a strong spin component.
Extra time! Extra time!